Hello everyone, I'm Ankit Oberoi and I'm a product manager at Paytm. Today I'll be talking about a new product offering called as Payment Flow Analytics. The payment flow or checkout flow basically means a series of steps that a customer needs to take while purchasing any items in his or her shopping cart. Whatever the customer does from the point of selecting a payment source till the point of completing the transaction successfully, all of it will get covered under payment flow, also called as checkout flow. The idea of payment flow analytics is to provide more insights into the performance of different payment flows that you have integrated with Paytm and how you can use those insights to enhance your business. So let's look at how exactly does it work. As you already might be aware that there is a merchant dashboard in which you can log into and see your transaction level details. Now as soon as you log into that particular dashboard, you will land on the analytics homepage. Now once you scroll down a bit, you will see a detailed analytics section in which the second widget corresponds to payment flow analysis. It shows you the snapshot of different payment flows that you have integrated with Paytm and what has been their behavior in terms of success rate for last 14 days. If you want to deep dive into them, you need to click on view detail to actually go to the payment flow analytics section. Now once you click on view detail, you will reach this payment flow analytics section in which the first widget we have is that of payment flow versus payment source comparison. In this we are showing broadly 3 graphs, 2 pie charts and 1 trend line graph. The first pie chart gives you the percentage transaction share across different payment flows that you have integrated with Paytm. That means if 100 transactions were initiated on your website or mobile app, 96 were routed through custom checkout, 3 were routed through standard checkout, and so on and so forth. The second pie chart gives you the percentage transaction share across different payment sources. For example, if there were 100 transactions initiated on your app or website, 46 of them came through UPI, 25 of them came through net banking, and so on and so forth. In the third graph, you would see all the transactions coming through all payment flows and their measurements in terms of 3 key metrics. First is the number of transactions, what has been their trend over a defined period of time. Second is the transaction amount, what has been their trend for the defined period. And the third one is the success rate behavior for the selected duration. You can modify the duration from this filter by selecting any custom date range. You can also modify the filter of view of seeing a data on a daily basis or at an hourly basis. Then there are 2 more filters of payment flow and payment source. Either you can use these filters for selecting the data, or you can just click on in these pie charts and the corresponding payment flow and corresponding payment source would automatically get selected. So for example, if I just click on blue part of this pie chart, custom checkout will get selected. Now once a custom checkout is selected, corresponding payment sources will get selected. So that means all the data which now I am seeing would correspond to custom checkout only, even in the trend line below. If I just reset it, it will go back to the default state, and similar behavior is shown from the payment source end as well. If I click on, let's say, UPI, only those payment flows would come here which have payment source as UPI, and the below metrics would also show only UPI numbers. There is also a provision of multi-selection here. If you just click on this pink pie, this will select UPI and net banking both. Now the payment flows which you would be seeing would correspond to both UPI and net banking, and the same would be shown in these numbers as well. You can click on reset to reset the whole behavior. Now moving on to the second section, we have payment flow and platform analysis. In this, we focus on the operating systems from where the transactions are coming from. That means we focus on Android, iOS, Windows, Mac, major platforms from where the transactions are coming. And there are 2 parts of this section. One part is the success rate behavior of each of these platforms over a selected duration. And on the right side we show the platform share, that what exactly has been the percentage transaction share of these platforms for the selected duration. So example, you can see that there are 70% of the transactions are coming from Android. That means it holds the majority of the share, and if you look at iOS, it holds 16% of the share. That means 85% of your transactions are coming from mobile app. So those are the inputs, or those are the insights which you can draw from these two graphs. Also, if you just click on, let's say, Android on the right pie chart, the same trend line for Android would get highlighted in the first chart here, and you can actually see the difference in the success rate vis-a-vis other platforms. All the other platforms trend line would get lightened and will become dotted one, and if you just do a multi-selection here of, let's say, iOS, the same would get highlighted here in a dark color. On similar lines, we have a widget for channel as well, where when we say channels, we are talking about whether the transaction is coming from a website, or from a website, from an app, for a mobile browser. So these are the kind of channels which we are focusing on, and basis this, we try to find out the success rate, behavior, and the percentage transaction share of these channels. Now, rest of the behavior remains the same as it was there in the previous widget. The major benefit of these two widgets is that you are able to make a product roadmap using these two particular widgets, that which platforms and which channels should I be focusing on basis the transactions, percentage transaction share of these platforms, and the success rate performance of these platforms and channels. You can build features accordingly. Now moving on to the next section, we have payment flow and app and browser version analysis. In this section, we show the top app and browser versions from where the transactions are coming, and what is the contribution of those browser version, and what is the success rate coming through those browsers. This will help you in actually figuring out which browser versions are performing best and which are performing worst in terms of success rates. Now, as you can see, this is the browser version which has the maximum transactions for the selected time period and for selected payment flow, and it has a success rate of 98%. Similarly, you can look at this particular data point also. This corresponds to the app version which is there from where the transactions have been coming, and what is the success rate of this particular version. On similar lines, we have device names as well, that the top device names from where the transactions are coming, we are trying to list those devices here, and basis that we are also showing them the total number of transactions, contribution, and the success rate corresponding to those device names. Now the whole idea of again these two widgets is that once you have identified that which are my top browser versions or top app versions or top device names, you can look at their success rates and figure out if any device or browser version is performing worst. Once you are able to find those devices, you can actually ask your tech team to focus on those devices and try to replicate any issues which might be pertaining there. And once you have found out those issues, you can easily resolve them, and that will just boost your success rate. And since these are top devices and top browser version, the impact would be much higher. This is just a device contribution here, which is basically the device type contribution, that how many transactions are coming through mobile, how many are coming through desktop, how many are coming through tablet. Those kind of contributions you can see in this particular widget. Lastly, we have industry versus your success rate analysis, which tells you the success rate vis-a-vis other merchants in the same category. So let's say if you belong to a pharmaceutical industry, you would see the success rates of other merchants who belong to healthcare/pharmaceutical category, and you can compare the success rates. In this example, as you can see, at an overall level, the success rate of industry is higher than that of the merchant. Now this is at an overall level. So let's say if I just select a filter of app invoke here, the performance of merchant in terms of success rate is much better than what industry is doing. So these are the insights which you can draw from this particular widget. So that's it what we had in the payment flow analytics section. Hope you found it useful and relevant for your business. Thank you for sparing out time. Have a nice day. Thank you.
पेटीएम करो।